Now we're gonna work on the left box here next to the merging radiating lines. So this one, it looks like hair. The strategy for this one is you would draw the contour, meaning the outermost part of that shape. So the outermost part, and you're gonna slowly but surely fill in the inside. And again, it helps out a lot if you draw lightly in case you make any mistakes. Now I'm gonna slowly fill in the inside parts of the hair. It's just really thin lines, fairly close to each other, following the contours of your texture. Some lines are going to be short and cut off. Some lines are going to be longer because they span from the edge of the paper all the way through the edge of the shape here, the flowing shape. So this texture has a really flowing type of pattern. So that's the best strategy to complete this particular texture. Okay, you're going to complete that one. This is the merging and radiating lines. Next, another tricky one would be the scales, loops and scales, number 23. So let me show you how to do that. Once you get the pattern going, it's actually not that difficult. So you start off with these scale looking arches. Just make sure your scales are uniform in size. The next row has to be, or has to touch the middle part of your first set of scales. So that end point touches the middle part. Just be uniform all the way straight down, and it kind of gets longer and taller as you move down the row. So I need you guys to follow that pattern or texture as you're completing this. Okay? And it actually gets smaller and narrower at the bottom. The next one here that we're gonna do, I'm gonna move to the right. This is loops and scales. Loops and scales, they look like rainbows here. Okay, so this one's actually a little bit easier. They're kind of like scales, but larger. So starting from the left, I'm just drawing the outermost edge of these big scales. Really easy, really doable. So they look like scales that are just exploding off of each other, and they get bigger and bigger as you move up. And I'm just drawing the contour, the outside of those scales. Now that I have everything laid out, I'm going to start drawing the inside. Make sure you draw them evenly, proportionately. There you have it. I'm going to move down here. This one, I believe, it really catches a lot of students by surprise. So this is the circles, bubbles, and boxes. So this one, they're actually little tiny pebbles varying in sizes. Some are medium, some are big, some are small. So take your time on this one. This is the second to the last box on the bottom row. So again, they are all random in size, just like bubbles in real life. So take your time on this one. You guys are going to be using these textures in your next project. So these are the strategies that I recommend that you guys follow as you're completing each texture.